Hey everyone. So I thought I would share this pastel nutcracker wreath I'm going to make. This right here, I don't think you can find in local stores, but right now, just about everywhere has nutcrackers. I would say it's 24 inches. I was going to say like 18, kind of off there. Anyways, obviously you can do whatever colors you like, right? And this flocked wreath came from Walmart. I went ahead and fluffed it. As you can see, it's already made a huge mess on my table. But yeah, so let's get started. Grab some zip ties. He is kind of on the heavy side, so I would grab some zip ties. I need to get this tag off. I didn't even think about that, because I wonder if it's going to show. Maybe I should come up a little bit higher. Yeah, I'll come up a little bit higher on this. Didn't want to make them too big, but why not? And I can take some of those pines and kind of push it towards underneath, so that's going to help fill in that gap right there. So yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of fluffing, but I did do some. Unfortunately, when you do all that fluffing, that flocking comes off, so you kind of lose that, which that's just a bummer. But we're going to have other white filler in here, so it's no biggie. I'm going to use mint, white, gold, red, and pink. Not something I would typically mix together, but obviously that's the colors on him, so we're going to make it work. Anyway, so I've got these white flock sprays. This actually was a garland. I cut it down. You can get these individually, the sprays, but they are, it's more pricey that way. I think it's like $7 to $8 per pick. And it's probably about, let's see, this size. So it's definitely worth paying a little more and getting the garland. So I love doing that with a lot of my designs. I love getting garlands. So I cut some in bigger pieces and some in larger pieces. I'll take the larger pieces and kind of focus on the top and the bottom. But again, first let's get him attached. I might need larger zip ties. Actually, let's try putting two together. So yeah. How's everyone doing? Now, depending on the length of this video, you may be watching it as a time lapse via like Facebook and Instagram, or you may see the full version, again, depending on the length. YouTube. I'm gonna add it to YouTube. So let's see. If I had it a little lower, it would be much easier attaching it around the legs, but let's see where that middle ring comes to. It's up pretty high. Is there even a, yeah, it's up pretty high. Might have to go around its, no, I'm gonna have to go around its arms, and it's a tight squeeze. We'll make it work. So I'm just going to go around the arm and make sure you get it around the middle frame. And we'll put something in that area to help cover up that tie. Maybe just kind of work one of these pines in that direction. Now, I'm not going to make it too tight just yet because I don't want to make it off-center. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put two ties together. Obviously, if you got bigger ties, you're not going to need to do that. Okay, and use clear ties, because it'll definitely show if you're using a black one or any colored one. Trying to figure out what best place to put this. Let's go around that inner ring. Let's see. Try not to tie any of those pines down. So work it around that zip tie, that way you don't smush it down. Let's see. sure you don't see, I don't know what you call it, the face of the tie, the mouth of the tie. So I'll work that around at the same time, making sure I don't make it crooked. Gotta work both ties. I think he's gonna be pretty sturdy, but let me turn it around. See, I went around this, the inner frame with that tie, and I want, oh, it went around the inner frame on both of them. Well, it felt like it was the outer ring. It's not. Okay, we'll work that over. Okay, nice and sturdy. So I'm going to clip the ties down. You can add some glue around it as well if you want. See, it's pretty heavy. Turn them a little bit. Did tilt just a smidge. There we go. That's better. Okay. So like I said, you can take some of those pines and just kind of wiggle it around them to hide those ties. Of course, again, we got other sprays going in. So I'm going to kind of work some of these towards the center. I did that a little bit previously, but let's add just a little bit more. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Ooh, this flocking makes me itch so badly. Okay. So, let's start with the white, the flock white, I don't know what you call this. Okay, so I'm going to start, move the ribbon. I got a couple different options with ribbon, but I think what I just pulled is what I'll be using. Let's see. Let's use this one for the bottom. So I'm going to start the bottom center. And you can take those ties and twist it around. What you put in there, along with glue. You might not even need glue. So it might be a little difficult to wiggle in something behind him, but that went in pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to take another one and go in behind him. This time I'm going to go closer. Instead of going so close to the back, I'm going to come closer to him. Kind of put it right behind him. If I can wiggle it in there. Let's see. Move some of that. Let me cut that down a little bit more. So yeah, we're going to add these. And I think we're going to add the mint berries next. Okay. That little piece right there. It's probably going to have to be cut. He's got a mind of his own. So yeah, we'll add this. Probably the mint berries. Some other filler, of course. I'm not sure what order I'm going to go in. We got some really pretty ornaments. Well, I could always cut these down more if I wanted to. Let me bring these over here. Okay, so I'm going to start working my way around. Some closer to the top, some closer to the bottom. Twist them around in the direction you want them to go. See, when you don't put mesh in, sometimes you don't have as much to get a grip on. To hold your sprays in place. Let's see, let me come up here actually. Just move those sprays around until you find a placement you like. It's hard to see if they're. Normally I work on the easel when I add these pieces in. So it's a little awkward for me right now, but I figured I'm going to try to just do it on the table. I don't have to move you. Oh, Oh boy, those are going a little faster than I thought they would. That way I don't have to move yet, and yeah. It is easier to add, for me at least, to add the ribbon while it is on the table. So I feel like you could definitely use 2 of these. I might as well go ahead and cut that little piece. It's kind of just hanging there. So I'm probably going to cut the next little bit down a little more than I planned, just so I can get a little bit in each area. Let's see. I'm going to cut that little piece down since its stem is longer. And I really never glue my pieces in until the end. Because if you don't like it, it's going to be much easier to reposition it or take it out, whatever it is you want to do. You know what I mean? Versus having to get that glue off and out, and then sometimes you ruin pieces. So this is definitely going to be a little whimsy look. Sorry if my head gets in the way. I tried to put you up high so it wouldn't, but now I gotta add, or not add, I gotta tie this because it's not getting, there we go. And, you know, pull them apart, work with them, move them around. It's what I like to do. Okay, we got 2 pieces left. See, I think I'm going to put this one right here. Right up in behind them. And then we need something right here. We definitely have made a gap right there with the fluffing. And we can just kind of wiggle it in right there, and it'll fill in right there. And if there's any areas you need to cut down, you know, obviously feel free to do that. If there's an area that has too much, cut it out. Right? Just like cutting the negative out of life, of your life. Cut it out. Okay. So I've got them kind of going in different directions. Oop. Okay. Looks like he's going to grow a bit. Maybe I can make you all go up a little higher. Woo. There we go. You shouldn't miss a beat. Okay. There we go. That's better. Woo. It's getting a little wobbly there. It's up high. Let me move my glue gun. Just a second. That way it doesn't interfere with the ring light. Okay. Alright. So, I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and start adding some glue to these. Some pieces you may not even need to add glue to. But I'm going to do it. That one needed a branch, a pine tie, not a branch. Just kind of going in and adding a little dab here and there. And you can go back and add more. Basically just enough to stay in place while I add other pieces. Okay, next we got the berries. Let's see. Now these came from Craft Outlet. Pretty sure that garland, that white garland did too. These are big old pieces. I might need to cut them down. Some at least. So I'm probably going to go right where I placed the other sprays. Kind of use that area where they're stuck in there. Okay, we're going to have to cut some down, I think. So got there, got there. Actually, you know what? We might be able to get away with it, but I still think I want to cut a piece down. And hopefully you won't be able to see those berries. The white part of the berry. I'm not sure. I can hide it with a different spray. Yeah, there we go. It's a little better. And I'll just put something right on top of that. I'm going to put it up here. It's so hard to see it there. Put it in that space. I can get it wiggling that way. Okay. There. Yeah. Oh, this one's got the perfect little space. I'll never see it. Come on. I guess there's, I don't know if there's wire there or not. A little piece, thin little wire. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Let's see. Might need to trim that stem. I like to keep my stems longer than necessary because sometimes you have to pull pieces out, or let's say you need the stem longer and than you anticipated, and you cut it out, so you're losing stem, you know, from cutting it out, or you just cut it too short, and then you can't get it to position in the wreath the way you want. So I like to just cut a little longer, and if I need to cut some of the stem off, I can just do it from the back. No biggie, versus not having a stem long enough. So I always keep them longer. So we need to have something going closer to him. I'm going to put some glue on that one. I'm going to make sure we get next to him as well. And I got 2 of these. Getting close to running out. Twist that, because this side's not so pretty. Try to go around. I'm going to try to keep it longer than that piece. Yeah, perfect little area. Let's keep that towards the center. Need to add some glue there because it's not going to stay in place. Okay, we got 2 pieces left, and you can cut these down too. Actually, I'm going to cut this down. Cut those 2 little pieces down, and I'll probably add them somewhere in the middle. Let's see. I probably could cut that. Wiggle it in there and try to get it somewhere in between these other pieces. I might have to trim it. I do want something right there. That's too short. That's a perfect example of, you know, I cut it too short and now I can't use it there. You could, I guess, add a, or make a tie for it, you know, but who's got time for that? That piece right there is bending. I can't work it in there. I can work that around that. Okay, that'll work. Not exactly how I want it positioned, but I want it a little closer to him. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, so, man, I really cut that one short, eh? But we could put that, like, somewhere, like, right here. Put it right there. Right there, and, let's put that right there. Over here a little bit. Okay, let's see, what's next? So, I've got a couple of these. I wish I had more. That's just some leftover. I've got this red filler, which I think it's going to be too much because of something else I want to put in there. I got some ornaments. Look at these. I wish I had more of this as well. Making a mess. Got a couple pink roses. White frosted one. This pink one, peony, that came from Michael's. But, oh God, I don't know what this is called. It's Fair Silk. It's super pretty. Now, it is on the pricey side, but it's really good quality. Some's velvet, some's not. This right here, let's see, I can get, I don't know, maybe 4 pieces out of it. You could cut them down individually, really, if you wanted. You have to pull it to get that long wire. But I think this will be just a little touch on top, closer to when I'm finished. Now, this isn't really going to have a whole lot in it. Got a little touch of gold and some gold ornaments. Love those, like some ice gold ornaments. And some little whimsy pink ball sprays. We're going to put a little bit of that in there as well. Get rid of this. Okay. Let me think. Of course, I didn't add mesh. I did want the wreath frame to be, the flocked to be seen. I'm not trying to cover that. That's going to, like, help. I want that to be part of the design. So let me think what I want to add. And I have this as well. Do I want to add any of the red filler? Maybe just a little touch, like closer to the background. Let's see. I'm very indecisive, y'all. Because we got these red ornaments and some red ribbon. So I really don't want to add much red at all. Like, if I add it besides, you know, what I was just talking about, then it'll be such a small amount. And I also don't want to take away from the really pretty Fair Silk spray I just told you about, showed you. You could cut these down about twice. It just all depends on, you know, how short you like your stuff. I'm going to do one more little piece, and that's it. My goal is not to cover up the white flocked wreath frame. I'll wiggle that in there a little more. Okay, let's see. And then, like I said, we got ribbon. Let me toss this to the side. I want to add these now. Let's see. This could be cut down quite a bit. A little whimsy piece there. These right here, I'll probably add in closer to the end because it's going to be hard to get that ribbon around it. I'll add the flowers after the ribbon. I'm going to pull that. Hopefully that one piece doesn't come off. This little one down here, I think it's one too. Maybe not. And, ooh, that came off for me. You could cut this down again too. the Z. Let's work it around here and there. Just a little bit. Maybe overlap those little red pieces I added. Let's see. Let's put this one up here. I don't want to hide it. I have to trim it. I'll put it right there, and I'm going to trim this little piece and this little piece. Okay. This one's kind of wild, eh? Let's see if I can tame you a bit. I'm going to put it right up under there. Let it kind of come sticking out versus laying on its side, you know what I mean? Bring it to life a bit. I don't have much, so I'm trying to be careful is where I add it. And I would like it to kind of come out a little bit. So I pulled that one out. Almost, guys. I want to make sure I don't have to trim it. Okay, that's perfect right there. I like that. These definitely have to be glued in like right now because they don't really have much to hold on to. Hopefully I don't have to use any kind of tie for the ribbon, and I can just use one of the pine ties, but I'm sure in certain areas I probably will have to. That's okay though. See which side's the longest. I'm going to make sure that longer side is closer to the center. Come back up. Twist that around. Okay, hopefully that'll stay. This is a nice little whimsy touch. One more piece left. And I'm going to add it right here. Okay. Let's see. What's next? So we don't have much left. I don't know if I want to go ahead and add the ribbon. I'm thinking I need to go ahead and add the ribbon, y'all. This. Okay, so let me show you the ribbon. It shows this more, it's kind of like a deep red, I don't want to say burgundy. It's got a gold back. This is from Michael's, and I got this light pink. That is from Craft Outlet, I think. Where's the other ones? So this is another set I was thinking about using. I love that pink fair silk ribbon, but it's a little on the like more hot pink side. So maybe we'll add some of this. I don't know if it's necessarily meant. It might be more of like a baby blue. Well, we'll put that to the side. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and add some ribbon. That way we can work in those other pieces, like the floral and ornaments. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. Kind of get rid of some of this mess because it will stick to the velvet. Ooh, look at that. That's gray. Okay. So I'm going to grab my Easy Bow Maker because I suck at bows. I mean, I can do it to an extent, but I'm not the best, y'all. And we might take one of the loops and tails and make it gold. So like do one loop and one tail red, flip it and do gold on the other. You know what I mean? Like do like this and then bring this one up and make it gold. So you got a red and gold. I think I'm going to do that. I want the red up against it. Yeah, I'll put the red up against the base. And I think I'm going to put the pink in the background. Yeah, pink in the back. Okay, so I'm going to measure out, kind of eyeball how I want my tail to be. I want it about right there. That's going to be the inside tail, closer to the middle. I'm going to just put it in there, twist. I'll pull. Probably do about a 6.5, 7 inch loop. Let's do, it's like 6.5. That's always my go-to size, unless I'm using like a 4-inch ribbon. Just drop that on the ground, get it out of the way. Sometimes I like to have one of my loops a little bit bigger than the other. Good size. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do one side red and one side gold. Okay, let's start with, let me flip that back over. And I'm going to take the bottom and flip it so you see it. I'm going to measure it out. This one will be a little bit shorter. Start the other way actually. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I want the tip. It's okay, I can just work it that way. I could pull this over that direction. Okay, so this is, I'm going to layer it. It's going to be a little bit shorter. Not by much. Just eyeball it until you like the way it looks. Oh, I don't need to twist it. That's right. So no twisting. No twisty. Because we want that gold to show. We're going to mix it up. Go ahead and just twist the tail. Dirt. Why didn't I think of that? There we go. Or I could twist them back. Just depends on. It would be kind of cool to have the gold over here and the red over here. You know what I mean? We'll see. Okay. But I do like the red, the way it looks up against the pink, or the mint, I mean. I'm going to just mess with that for a second until I find the way I like it. And I think I like it. A little bit shorter. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to pull it up, pinch and pull it up. I'll leave it like that. And I'll twist that back over to the red. Okay, so I was thinking pink was going to be showing, let's see, do I have any white or black? I do not think I do. Let's see. That's kind of short. I'll just go with it. I wish I had like a tan. Okay, so I'm just going to pull and twist. Make one side shorter. Pull and twist. Pull, twist. Okay. It's the easiest way for me to keep it in place. Okay, you got it both twisted the way I like it. Of course, you can mess with the bow when it's in there to your liking. I'm going to have to move this now. But I will be bringing the ribbons back out. Okay. And I think I want it, do I want it down here or right here? When I measured the tail, I was thinking it was going to be right here. But what I could do is I could just work the tails over, you know what I mean? And the shorter ones over that way, so I can still do it like that. Right there's good. Yeah, right there's good. And that will work in length that I have cut. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it right there. You could take 2 pine ties and just wrap it around the bow and tie it. But I don't think I'm gonna need to do that because I'm right here on the ring. Just kind of wiggle and feel your way. There we go. And we might have it coming over his feet. Let's see. I remember those are the shorter ones, duh. Okay, so let me work that over. If I'm going to run it over his feet or the base. I'll just go ahead and cut the tails a little bit longer than needed, just in case. I'm thinking, yeah, let me think for a second. Yeah. And I'm going to have to twist this back because I liked the way the red looked up against him. So I'm going to twist that back. And then I'll twist this one to the gold. And I did have the pink on the bottom. Got a little rearranging to do, but that's no problem. Watch me not like it like this and redo it. Maybe I could just take the red over it, you know? Let the others go underneath them. Sorry, y'all. We'll just leave it like that. Now I'm going to make sure it's going past the bottom of the wreath. Since I fold that red up, I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than I normally would. Okay, so we got that in there. I'm going to tighten that just a little bit more. Since I was wiggling on it, it might have come loose a bit. You can actually just take that tie and twist it around one of the pine ties. Okay, so I really hadn't put too much thought into how I wanted to do the ribbon up here, but I think what we'll do is we'll just do like a little 2-loop bowl, you know, like a tail going, let's see, like this up here, other loop, you know what I mean? Same thing basically, shorter tails. Okay, let me turn. Oh, okay. So this one got right there, so that's about how long I'm gonna need the tail to be. So I'm just doing the same thing. So you all can see. I'll probably make the bow a little smaller. Let's do like 6 inches, yeah. Oh, 6 a row. And let's see. Do I want the red up against them or the gold? Let's do the red. Oh, that's right, I do not need a twist. Now, this red ribbon is a little bit heavier than the pink. So I might have to fiddle with its tail. You know what I mean? It might be a little too big. Well, we'll find out. So I want it to go, maybe we'll go up under. No, we're gonna go like right there. So let's grab another tie. We're gonna make this little short one work. Okay. So like right there. Awesome, there is the inner ring right there as well too, so that's great. Might have to twist it around a pine tie. That stuff is all in my mouth. Yeah. I can't manage to get it around. So that's okay. Alright. Let's move it back. Oh! It's heavy. So I can see what it looks like from this angle. Yeah. You don't need long tails here. Move the ribbon because I think we're finished with the ribbon. Kind of wish I would have made the tail a little longer, but that's okay. Go ahead and cut it. I have to glue that. I'll wrap the other one more time too. And I'll definitely probably work those tails around a little differently than the way they're laying right now. I like that right there. Okay, what's next? What's next? Hold on, actually one more second. Okay, I like that right there. So we can move on to the ornaments and flowers. Might as well cut these two. Probably end up moving that back down. Okay. And I want that a little bit. I can fiddle with that once I'm done. Y'all don't need to watch all that, right? Much difference I would make. Okay, so let's go to the floral. Okay, go ahead and add those and some of the whimsy little sprays, some ornaments, maybe some of those little white frosted berries. I'm not really sure just yet. I think I might have made that stem too short. Let's get rid of these leaves. They're pretty leaves, considering they got that frosting on it. Oh, the tag. Might want to get rid of the tag. Okay. Do the same thing over here. I'm going to keep this stem a little bit longer. And you can keep these if you want. I highly doubt I will, but just to be safe. I don't want that green in this design, that's for sure. Just go ahead and trash them. And I'm just going to do the same thing up here. I don't want it to cover him. Might move it in a different direction. The gold. We'll probably take those and go right up against that pink. And these are smaller, so we'll probably go closer to the end. Yeah. Let's wait on those. Okay. Let's do some of the big ornaments. I love these. I feel like these are going to make a big statement. And I've got one really nice big one. It's going to go right there. Could have it. Actually, let's see. I could put it like right here, and that would help fill in that. I think I like it better there. These. I'm not going to add many. I don't want to overpower the wreath with red, especially since we have those little red leaves. I think I'm just going to do one more and that will be it. Is that the same size? Yeah. Toss it to the side. Let's see, maybe right up here. Okay, I like it. It might need some little more reinforcement. Okay, so the gold and the gold ornaments. I got these really cool, like, boxy ornaments that might look better. Might want to put a stem, something to hold them in place, because if not, they'll just be sitting right on top. Let's see. Or I could just probably just use those little gold, I have no idea what. I think I want a couple of these actually. You can get these, the Wreath Shop. And we're going to put that one like right there. Yeah, I better add some glue. Oh, now I forgot about these. Hopefully that doesn't burn me trying to touch it. These will unravel. So make sure you add a touch of glue. You don't want to lose that gold foil paper. For one, it looks good. And two, you don't want the ornaments to fall apart. I might have to go in between that. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's see. I do want to add some glue to these, but kind of not ready to glue them in just yet, but I better go ahead and do it. I'm keeping these extra long because I don't know where an area that can support it will be. See that right there, like instantly took hold, which is great. And I'll probably have to cut it. Yeah. But I'd rather have to cut it and then not. Okay. Yay. Perfect. That's kind of coming out more than I want to. We're almost finished. Almost finished. Okay. Let's see. Do we really even need any of these? Because those pink flowers really did bring a nice touch of pink to it. It kind of gives it a different look than I'm going for. So I might remove them. We're going to leave it just for now. I'm going to go and put these where I think they'll look good. And those leaves, I might add those leaves. It's not a bad leaf. Maybe. So I think I want one there, and maybe close to his head. Maybe. These, or this stem came from Michael's. I don't know if I like it going in on its side. This one needs to be shorter. Just a little. Oh, that stem went right in there. Kind of reminds me of like a gold nugget. Yeah, I like it better over there. We're almost finished. Almost finished. And I think I'm going to like this better going straight in like that. So let's cut it down. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to add the white roses? I don't even think we need those. Just gonna cover with white ornaments. Little light pink ornaments. Of course, we know about these gold. I might bring those in. But this. And I don't think so. I'm excited for these. I think these are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try to keep it in between like the mint and the pink, so I don't so it doesn't blend so much with the red. May not need to add all pieces. May not need to add it at all. I'm not sure just yet. But I would like to have a couple pieces in there. It is awfully pretty. Maybe cut it down a little more. Didn't I add a piece already? Oh, right there. I think down here is more suited. Yeah. Let's see. This might be able to cut down into 3. If I wanted to pull, I wanted to have one by itself. So pretty. Definitely want to make sure it is visible. I don't know if up by him or down here is going to be better. The reason why, I'm going to pull this. The reason why I would like to have one up by him is because he's naturally, you know, the big statement piece. And you're going to see it because your eyes are going to be drawn to him. And it may help, you know, draw your eye to him. Okay, that piece, I don't think it's going to work. Let's see if we can make this work. Cut that. I would like to have a glitter one next to him. Okay. One more piece left. Okay, I like that right there. I don't want any of these hidden. They are too beautiful and too expensive to be hidden. And I think this one needs to be pulled out. I'm just going to take that and wiggle it on out. I still kind of want to take these pink sprays out. I just don't know if I like the look it brings. Yeah, I'm taking the pinks out. The pink whimsy spray out. Now, where do I want this last piece? I wonder if I could make it stay right there. Yeah, I bet I could. Oh, I could glue it right up inside the petal. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue it right inside that petal. It's going to help it stick right on out. I'm so excited about this, y'all. You know, pinks are in, pastels are in like big time right now. I'm sure, you know, you've been to Hobby Lobby and you see that there's pastels everywhere and other places. So yeah, Michael's has some pastel ribbons. Joann's doesn't really have much out right now. I've been checking them nearly every day. And at least my location. They said they're like really behind. So I'm not really sure what they got going on this year. But see soon enough. If you want to drop a comment and let me know if your Joann's, your local Joann's has anything out yet, let me know. I'd love to know. And what they have out. I gotta move this a little bit. There we go. And I'll fiddle with that ribbon afterwards. So we are finished. Let me show you. How pretty is that, y'all? Woo-woo! All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed and have a blessed week. Bye, guys.